The 599 GTO represents the maximum expression of Ferrari sportsmanship, not only as an absolute performance and therefore time on the lap, but above all as a pleasure to drive in daily use, especially in the minimization of command response time. All this is translated into a greater speed on entering the bend, less activity of the steering wheel angle, greater lateral acceleration, and therefore greater speed on curving. To reach these ambitious levels, the same innovative methods used on the 599XX were used, and generally for the Formula 1 vehicles, obviously adapting it to a road vehicle. The methodology is based on a very simple concept, or rather, that the vehicle control systems, the traction control, the muffling and yaw control, and the mechanical systems, i.e. springs, shock absorbers, anti-roll bars, tyres, are designed and developed together, right from the first phases of planning. The braking power, that of the engine, and the reactivity to the commands. These are some of the things that make it extremely aggressive. And the feedback from the vehicle to the driver is, to say the least, gratifying. Let us analyze the main mechanical systems involved, especially with regards to the rim plus tyre, the proportion between front dimension and rear dimension. We have decided to adopt a 285 tyre at the front on a 9.5-inch channel, and in the back a 315 tyre on an 11.5-inch channel. This dimensioning guarantees, while curving, a greater lateral thrust on the front axle. This means a greater capacity of the vehicle to curve, and by far in a greater lateral acceleration. With the same logic, the elastic trim, or rather the dimensioning of springs and bars. It has been especially equipped with a distribution of rigidness and rear roll launch, so as to minimize the understeer. In the video the result is translated, especially a greater capacity to curve, equal angle to the steering wheel of the GTO design, shown in black, compared to the traditional design, represented in red. A vehicle structured mechanically in this way requires an integrated development with the control systems, as explained previously. In the video, the difference between a calibration of the traditional control systems, shown in red, and a calibration of the integrated control systems, shown in blue. Only with the latter can the guaranteed performance of the extreme mechanical setup be exploited to the utmost, developed for the GTO. The control systems that supervise the dynamic behavior of the vehicle are the following. The CST, that is the stability control, which acts intervening in an independent way on 4 brakes. The F1 track, or the control systems of the traction developed together with the Formula 1. This has undergone further evolution thanks to the widening of the range of adhesions on which the assessment of the grip is carried out. Finally, the SCM2, or rather a further evolution of the control system of the muffling already on the GTB, which though sees the introduction of 3 new sensors, 3 accelerometers and a faster control unit. This evolution is made necessary by the typical fast dynamics of this vehicle. In a coherent way with the increase in performance of the vehicle, a dedicated and innovative brake installation has been developed, which is inspired by the experience of the 599XX. It is the CCM2. The CCM2 brake guarantee optimal behavior and performance thanks to an elevated resistance to fatigue, and at the same time they guarantee a minimization of the weights and the unsuspended masses. The introduction of the CCM2 and the high-performance ABS has guaranteed the increase in the deceleration values. In this way, excellent stopping spaces have been obtained for all road vehicles. The sensation of acceleration which you feel while driving the GTO is impressive. Powerful equipment and always consistent, it never ever shows signs of fatigue. It is the most powerful equipment we have developed so far. The interface man-machine on this vehicle, in harmony with its character, is supercharged. The pale blue requires a single or more components to heat up to realize maximum performance. The green, when the car is ready to offer maximum potential, and the red when one or more components need cooling. Together with the screen of the status index, there is a performance index screen, where objective measures of longitudinal acceleration are visualized. Acceleration and braking, and lateral acceleration, through the cruciform visualization. Below there is a bar which mediates the instant information of acceleration and shows a list of performance on the basis of how much of the vehicle and its potential we are actually exploiting.